In the area of production accounting, the innovation in parallel accounting is implemented only with scope item 3F0, which is the event-based production cost posting. First, let me quickly introduce what is event-based production cost posting. You may know very well the old one we call period end production cost posting, which is with scope item BEI. And in that scope item, basically with a production order, process order, you are doing goods issue, confirmation, etc. daily basis as a business logistic activities. And from the finance department in the month end, you have a lot of closing activities. For example, WIP calculation, variance calculation, and settlement, etc. And such transactions can only be executed at the end of every month, which takes usually a lot of time. And in the new scope item 3F0, we are offering the capabilities that the calculation of WIP variance values are not in month end anymore. It could be real-time calculated with linkage to the business logistic itself, which means after you are consumed any materials, components, or activities, we directly could recognize the working process values. And at your time, the order is closed, which means your order is fully delivered of all the planned output quantities, or you are technically complete this production order. And then at this time point, we can real time and now recognize the variance values. So now I will start with my demo today to show how the solution in parallel accounting works. Just now before, Sarah created a demo in the material of finished product FG120. And you still remember that material Sarah made different material cost estimate for different letters 2L and 0L. So let's see how in production that works. I will start my story with first create a production order with that finished product FG120 on a specified order type YBN1. I input my planned output quantity and schedule today. And to run with event-based production costing solution, there is a key field in the control type, which is the RA key assignment. If you are running with the solution 3F0, an event-based RA key should be assigned to your order type. And that one is marked in the second column, event-based. After you assigned the RA key RACBW to your order type, for every production order created under this order type, the order by default will be created by marking event-based posting. Here you can see in the order master data. So for such orders, let me just release and save this order. I continue to see what happens. Okay, now I remember my order number and it is put into production. First, I will post some goods issue of the components on this production order. I have 3 components as in planned, and to test the later with some variance values, I intentionally made the third item SG123. You can still remember this one was the one that Sarah made different prices in different letters. And for this one, I input different quantities as in planned. Here, my planned output input quantity was 1,000 pieces, but here I changed it to 900 pieces. So later you can observe variances on these components. Now I will continue to input batch number of my semi-finished products and raw materials for each item. Okay, after they are selected here, I just directly post my material documents. Okay, after the material document is posted, we offer the event-based solution view of the cost key figures in a set of event-based Fiori apps. And typically one in my demo today is the event-based production costs. This is very similar to the old one, production cost analysis, but this new one, we include only the event-based orders. So now let me open this application and search the order I created just now. First, let's take a look at ledger 0L, the leading ledger. You can see as of now, with my consumption of a component, my actual costs of this order are recognized. And in the same time, the WIP value of this order are recognized in the same time. And these are the values of ledger 0L. And now let's change to another ledger 2L where we made different prices. Search again this order and see the results. By different prices made for components SG123, we can see my total actual costs and accordingly the WIP value of this production order in different ledgers are different. And we can navigate to the detail page of this event-based order to see where it is exactly coming from. I can see on the left screen I have ledger 0L, on the right screen I have 2L as a comparison for you. Okay, I check my cost detail reports in the system of this order. So let's expand my line items to see where exactly the difference comes from. Okay, you can see here for the third line item, SG123, my actual costs in different ledger are different. So, which is the root cause why my total WIP value in different ledgers are different. So this is how we work with event-based WIP posting based on different ledgers. So now let's continue the production and input some activity consumption on this production order. I will go to app confirm production order operation to confirm some activities of my operation 10. In this example, I simply made a very simple example. So I input all the activities as in flag and post. Okay, after the confirmation I saved, let's come back again to the Fiori reports to see. My total actual costs are increased in both ledgers because the input of the activity types. And in the same times, my WIP value are increased because of the input of activities. So they can be handled simultaneously with the confirmation logistic transaction itself. This is how it works in that solution. Very similar to a use issue. Okay, now let's imagine the production operation of this production order has ends. And now I would like to post goods receipt of my production order, which means the finished products are going to the warehouse. So I will just put all the actual quantities to the warehouse. After the material document is posted, let's check back again the reports. Now, since all of my planned activities are goods receipt, now it is a closed order. If I refresh again the reports, you can see what happens. Okay, you can see in both ledgers, my total actual costs and total WIP value are decreased to 0 because now it is a closed order. My order is balanced. My WIP is cleared because there are no working processes anymore. And at this time point, my variance are observed for this order. And you can see here in the example, my total cost variance value in different ledger are different. Let's navigate to the detail page to see where the difference comes from. Again, let's make a comparison in two screens. Let me expand the costs again. We can see my total cost variance in ledger 0L mostly comes from line item 2. And we can see this is caused by the origin of material SG123. And most of the cost variance comes from, you can see in the column input quantity variance. If you still remember when I'm doing the goods issue, I changed the actual input quantities as in plan, which is causing the input quantity variance here. And you can see in different ledgers, 0 and 2L, they are different. This is because the prices for SG123 are different, which I was made. And input quantity variance definitely is not only the various category we support. In the event-based solution, more categories could be seen. For example, input price variance, losses variance, resource usage variance, etc. But anyhow, with this solution, you can use any of this category to identify your productions. So this will be the end of my demo story.